his slow start, was it all just a product of him missing those 4 weeks?
Look, offensively, we didn't start real well, and so it's hard to just – obviously you can point to one position, but I felt like our third down numbers weren't good enough today. I didn't feel like we ran the ball efficiently when we tried. Give Kansas City credit. We battled back in the game, but you've got to be better on third down. And when you're not, you don't have those attempts, you don't have the snaps, the time of possession, all the things you need against a good offense like that. We talk about time of possession in a game like this, and that includes converting third down. So overall, offensively, we weren't very sharp.
What did you see on Cam's ejection there?
Look, I just think there's that, we talk all the time about playing with emotion, but not emotional. And they're pushing back and forth. And I see what the officials saw, they viewed it as a blow or a punch to the head. And we've just got to be smarter.
Hey, Sean, can you take us through the thought process of deciding whether you're going to try to pin the team deep in that situation late in the game versus maybe trying an onside kick?
Yeah, any statistical glimpse at it. I know we're playing a good offense, but 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, you just, you weigh the percentages, and we talked about it, but, had we had no timeouts or been underneath the 2-minute warning, we probably would have went the other direction. But, we have 3 chances to stop the clock, and we definitely felt that was the right decision.
The sequence before halftime when the punt returner, Craig Robertson, comes up with that forced fumble and it goes out of the back of the end zone. What did you see there, and what did Alex Anzalone say to you afterward?
Nothing, man. Guys are hustling after the ball. We're trying to recover it, and we got the safety. We just didn't get the touchdown, but it was a good hustle play. That can happen sometimes.
Sean, what were your impressions of Patrick Mahomes going against him the first time?
Well, look, there's so many things he does well. The biggest challenge is when he extends plays, and so a 2.5 or 3 second route turns into a 5 or 6 second route. That's challenging, and he does it so well to the right, to the left. He's a fantastic player.
How did the game plan change, if at all, today when y'all had to put Jameis on the COVID reserve list?
Yeah, it's a good question. We took Taysom off of punt return. We left him on punt, and there was quite a bit of personnel where he was involved offensively, and so we weren't just going to not play him. I wasn't going to do that, but certainly we had to be mindful of how many snaps.
Sean, did you get an explanation from the officials on? It looked like you called a timeout to get an explanation on that ball that was caught by their offensive lineman.
Yeah, so a couple things. Basically, I think they ruled it a forward pass. Penalty, obviously, that can't happen on 4th down. Had it been ruled a fumble, there's a chance the ball would have been back where it occurred. So there was obviously they didn't charge the timeout, but there was a pretty long delay just sorting it out. Ruling on the field was a forward pass, and that can't be advanced on 4th down to an ineligible player like that. So it stayed 4th down. If we wanted to challenge whether it was a fumble or not, we could have gotten the yards right there on 4th down, and they wouldn't have been able to punt, but we only had one little quick snapshot of it.
Sean, how do you think your guys' defense played relative to that time of possession and how much they were on the field?
Man, I was proud of how we competed. I thought we flew around. I thought guys, man, against a real good offense, I thought we played our hearts out. It wasn't good enough, obviously, but I'm proud of the effort. And look, there'll be things that we look at. We have a short week here before we play on Friday. You tip your hats to a real good Kansas City team, but we go from there.
Sean, do you think that 2-minute drive at the end of the game kind of loosened some stuff up for Drew? Like was that probably as comfortable as he looked all game today?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's outstanding in those situations. He made a number of plays. Look, the 4th down and 1 play was a big play to Jared Cook, and he's someone that can see the field real well and feel the defense changing. So it gave us a chance to win.
Coach, very unlike Drew to go 14 out of 33 in a game when he's been over 70% 5 years in a row. What could you point to as far as the lack of cohesiveness on offense today with the receivers and him? Just rusty or what?
Yeah, I think I already addressed that question. I think it starts with the 3rd down numbers. And we'll look at the film. We were minus a few guys, obviously, but that's not an excuse. We've just got to be better.
Being without Mike, was that an expectation in the game plan going into Sunday, or did you have to shift things around kind of last minute?
No, look, that was the plan at the start of the week, getting Mike healthy when the postseason turns around. And I think we're doing the right thing, because the challenge is, he's got one of those nagging injuries that you want to see an upward curve with the recovery, but as long as he's playing, it's hard for that to happen. So I think we're doing the smart thing with Mike.
Sean, you mentioned the short week. Kind of take us through the next few days now, how you get your team back for a big game on Friday.
Yeah, look, we'll be smart with the walkthroughs like we normally have been. These guys will get some recovery work in tomorrow. The rest will come back and really monitor the snaps, as we get ready for a Friday game. But we played on short weeks before, and so we'll pay attention to our schedule.
Sean, they ran 92 plays. Have you ever been in a game with 92 plays?
Yeah, look, that's a lot, and that certainly when you finish one of whatever on 3rd down offensively, your time of possession. I mean, I can't tell you what that does relative to your snaps, and everyone will scream, you got to run the ball 30 times. It's impossible if you're not converting on 3rd down. All right, thank you guys.